Welcome, baby Dumbo. We're all family here, no matter how small.
Hello, I'm Sophia Jessica, and welcome to the Fan Carpet.
Well, all you have to do is read their names, and it's like a beautiful, weird family.
Just at its centre, time-honoured ideas that sometimes we kind of miss the mark in relation to, like inclusion and celebrating difference, not just accepting it, but really celebrating it. And so those kind of things are sweet. And unfortunately, us human beings forget that things like that are important.
Well, because it represents just that, in a very simple image, a flying elephant represents all those feelings you just described. So it puts it in a very simple, pure form. So that's it.
Tim Burton's great because he really understands individual characters. And he's such a humane and humble human being. I don't think there's anyone that could have told this story that has as much heart. Tim has so much heart and he's so warm. He's just perfect for this.
I know, it'd be very optimistic of me to think, yes, I could be one and done, who knows. But I loved working with him yeah. I would do anything with him, yeah. I should be careful what I say. I would love to work with him again. He was a joy. He's so, every cell in his body just vibrates with creative energy, and he's so playful, but he's just got tons of heart. Not only is he a kind of visual genius and a master of the imagination, but he's got tons of heart. So yeah, it was a joy.
Tim Burton is a champion for the outsider, and Dumbo's kind of a character in the original, and this one is kind of bullied by others, and I know that's something that's, on our minds these days, but it shows you if you feel like you don't belong, if you have people that are treating you that way, there's always people there that, you can kind of, get together with and help you through and find a way. Family takes many different kind of forms, and in this one, it's kind of like this circus family who unites to help Dumbo be reunited, and the family. Yeah.
It's all about family getting back together, coming across hardships and loss, and how they then come together and pull together as a community and as a family to prevail.
Well, first of all, I feel very blessed that I have to, it's the third time I'm working with him. He's a total genius, full stop, and then a wonderful man, He's very humble, he's full of heart, so it's a real pleasure to work with this man.
First, Tim Burton, he comes with so much pedigree, and so straight away you're on set with so much class. And I think he himself is an outsider. The movies that he's known for, they weren't, coming in with that kind of genre at that time wasn't popular. He popularized it, that kind of beautiful darkness, that humanness. And the people in his movies are so-called freaks who become the center of the world, not on the margins. So for me, coming from a background as a man of color, also just generally physically, I'm 6'6". I was 6'6" when I was 12. So I was always like an outsider. And so for me, I felt very much a part of his family.
Simply, Tim gets it. He just gets it. And when you have someone who gets it and you get it, that's when you get things like Dumbo. Because everyone's felt like Dumbo. Everyone's felt like people are judging them and looking at them. Everyone has. So to work with Tim on this, it's what more could I ever dream of?
Well, I think bringing Tim for this kind of movie, it really has created a movie that's great for the kids and also great for the adults. Because that darkness is kind of blended in, but it's blended into a story of hope. And then at the end, when Dumbo gets free, is that a spoiler? It's, blended into a story kind of without wanting to get biblical of like salvation.
It was very special in a movie like this because like with Eva and Danny DeVito, I've worked with 3 times, and Michael Keaton. So, because it's a movie about weird families, this is a weird family.
I think fans can expect to cry a lot and to learn that being individual and having your own uniqueness is a good thing and not a negative thing.
I feel what I'd love the audience to take away from the experience, especially in this climate that we're living in now, is a story of hope, a story of community.
Yeah, well, a lot of the characters a lot of the actors are people Tim has worked with before, so in a way they are part of his family in a way. And even some of the, like Colin, we had never worked with Colin before, but I feel like he's always been part of that family. They just kind of really clicked and gelled. And they just bring a unique spirit. And I think in a lot of Tim's films, the characters, he creates kind of iconic characters, and they're on the same level as Dumbo in a way. You know, from Vandevere to Medici to Colette to Holt, they're all very kind of iconic, strong characters that these actors occupy.
I was just really surprised to see this guy that I'd always seen on TV and in great shows, and this short man have this incredible presence and this powerful voice and this charisma that for me was like 7 foot tall. I mean, incredible talent.
It was great working with Michael. Nearly all my stuff was with Michael, and it was kind of like, you know, Michael's the Emperor, I'm Darth Vader. He keeps his hand clean, gives all the orders. I get my hands dirty, and everyone's going to hate me after the movie.
Yeah, Miss Atlantis sings Baby Mine, which was a huge challenge and a huge honour. So that still feels very surreal, but very special. I don't think I'll ever forget this job. No matter what happens from here, I think this will be in here forever.
I played Joe Farrier, who is a very energetic little boy and is always competing for his dad's attention. And it was incredible to work with the cast, with all these big names and the people I've looked up to for so long. It was incredible.
Where I personally fit in, I rescued Dumbo. I'm part of that rescue. I'm also a part of the circus, which is really exciting. In terms of Danny DeVito, kind of is the head of this straggling circus. He's like, what, 4'5", and I'm 6'6", and he bosses me around, and it's funny and humorous and good.
Every day was incredible, but the day that we recorded Baby Mine is probably one of the most magical. The set was quiet and the fire was on, and Nico, who plays Millie, we had trailers next to each other, and she kept winding me up. She was like, "Are you nervous? Are you nervous?" And after we'd done it, she ran across the set and she was like, "You were great!" And like moments like that where you feel like a little family and you have those memories that no one else has, it's really special.
Dumbo is a perfect Tim Burton theme, you know, the unloved, the unloved creature. It's different, and he goes through a journey and finds himself and then learns how to celebrate his peculiarity, and it's just a very beautiful message. You know, we live in a crazy world where people, you know, we're told, you know, to look a certain way, to be loved, but it, you know, it just says be authentic, be yourself, and it's all right. It makes you special.
I think it's a timeless story because it's a movie about outsiders, what it's like to be an outsider, and then what happens when the whole community comes together around somebody who's an outsider out of love. And I think this kind of movie right now at this time is really needed.
I think the universal message is the same, but I think there's more characters. Like Miss Atlantis didn't exist before, and there's more circus troupe, there's more about that side of it, and it is more about the humans, but ultimately it's the humans' quest to help Dumbo. So I think it stayed true to the original message, but it's just brought it into 2019.
I mean, it sends out a very good message. I think it can help a lot of people if they're struggling right now, because it sends out the message of accepting people who are different and also reminds you how important friends and family are.
It was unreal to go from, I mean, TV is pretty amazing, but you don't think it's going to get any better, and then you walk onto a Tim Burton set and go, oh. I had very vivid memories of Dumbo, and especially that song. It was really special to me and my gran, so it feels a bit of an honour and also a terrifying challenge to be given that song, because every time I meet people, they're like, oh, is Baby Mine in it? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe. So yeah, that was a big, I'm nervous about my parents seeing it actually.
The sets are huge, and it's a spectacle. It's like going to experience a live show in a way, and that's the thing that I'm astounded when I see it now. You really feel like you're watching, I don't know, like a big Vegas show or something, but you see many different shows throughout the course, and they kind of build in scale and intensity and enjoyment with each one. So I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of like the ultimate film-going experience, when these days that's harder and harder to kind of find.
There are a few darker moments, but only in the sense that, you know, life has those darker moments, and it just is there just to reflect the lighter moments that come later on in the movies.
Definitely, I think when you get an opportunity to have a voice, and a voice that is important and is something that I think we need right now, I think we all could do with a reminder that we're brave, we're beautiful, and actually our differences are that little bit of magic that we have, because only they're yours. So I think being involved in something like this that encourages you to find your courage and to have faith in yourself is so important, and we need it right now.
He doesn't look like magic to me.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram for more content next time.
Fly, Dumbo. Fly, baby of mine.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. If you like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. And also be sure to subscribe to the Fan Carpet YouTube channels. They're absolutely free and so much fun too. Be sure to check out the official website, thefancarpet.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date with reviews, competitions, the latest news, and so much more.